Is going on, my friends? Brian Hardy here. It is a cool, wet fall day. The colors are gorgeous outside. The energy, particularly these last few days, we are in this eclipse energy. People are talking about it. If you follow astrology whatsoever, you may be hearing about it. But if you don't, you're probably feeling it. This is an electric time. This is a time where our bullshit will not be tolerated, where the lies that we've been telling ourselves will not suffice, where the patterns that we've been living into that have kept us enslaved and that have kept us beaten down and not doing what we know we're meant to be doing, not taking care of ourselves in the way that we know we need to be taking care of ourselves. All of this stuff is coming to the surface. This is really a massive gift. This is like a collective initiation at this time. One more, I know, some of us are tired. It's been seemingly nonstop since 2020 began. And this is just the way things are going to be. And it's the ability to rise and to adapt, to rise and to adapt, and to rise and to adapt. And I am by no means perfect at this. I have plenty of my own challenges and struggles, and places where I am weak, places where I lack clarity and focus. And that's just being real. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm not going to pretend to be. I'm not going to try and paint that picture here and lie to you. It wouldn't be fair to you. It wouldn't be fair to myself, and it serves nobody. So, that being the case, something that struck me today and in some of the conversations that I've been having lately are that there comes a time where it is either break free and go for it, right? Shoot for your win, go for the gold, go for the results that you want. Of course, in my work, this is around health, right? This is around the physical body. This is around dropping the excess weight. This is around increasing energy. This is around repairing pain, repairing joints, building the body back, revitalizing the body and the mind, reconnecting to that primal strength and adaptability that has been put in us since birth. And so in some of these conversations, I'm hearing from people that, a guy yesterday basically said, I asked him, why now? Why is now a time or the time that you want to move forward and make changes and get your health under control? And he said, I feel like this is my window. This is my shot. Having been, like many of us, having been up and down and up and down and up and down on the health bandwagon or the diet bandwagon and not getting the sustainable results that you want, that you need in order to give yourself the body and the energy and the pain-free, resilient life that you want for yourself. In order to get there, it takes a different approach. And so for him to say that, after years of up and down and not sustaining the results, not really getting that lifestyle change piece, he was ready. And he can see his window of opportunity is here and that it's not going to last forever, right? Like all of us, we have seasons, we have windows of opportunity that open up where we can take a step, we can take a risk, we can double down, we can invest into a program, into ourselves, into our health, into taking a trip, into breaking free from the shackles and the day-to-day, complacency and matter-of-factness of just, this is what life is, and just accepting what it is based on current realities and current conditions, which is not true, right? Which is never true. Life can be so much more and is so much more than we have ever been taught to believe. And in order to fully enjoy and be present with and get the most out of that, we have to have a body that can serve and support us, right? We have to have resilience, endurance, strength, flexibility, mobility, pain-free joints, a spine that can move and relax and bend and flex. And when we're carrying either excess weight or excess inflammation. That really bogs us down, that really slows us down, that really breaks us down, and like cuts us off from all the good that is there for us, that wants to come through, that wants to be part of your experience. And so I want to ask you to take a look at yourself and where are the places, either relationships, either in your own mind, with your own ego, your own belief structures, maybe in your work, you know. For a lot of us, it's going to be in our health. It's going to be in our body. It's going to be in the way that we're eating. It's going to be in the way that we're moving or not moving. It's going to be in the way that we're hydrating or not hydrating. And I really want you to just take a moment and write these things down for yourself. Get clear as to what is the piece that needs to shift. You know, where do you need to break free? What pattern do you need to create a new pattern, replace an old habit with something fresh, cut out something toxic and replace it with something nourishing, you know, cut out some junk food and replace it with some fresh produce, cut out some junk entertainment and replace it with something inspiring and educational. You know, how we treat our body, how we treat our mind is going to impact how we show up in the world, how we do our work, how we relate with others. And that's why it's so fundamental. That's why I'm never going to stop talking about the importance of taking care of this vessel, of this temple that is miraculous and amazing and adaptive, and which needs us to do our part, right? It really does need us to do our part. So if you're watching this, if you're feeling like, okay, I'm tired of feeling sick and tired, I'm tired of feeling inflamed, overweight, bloated, beaten down by life, exhausted in my body, not proud of what I see when I look in the mirror naked, right? If that's you and you feel the relevance of this in your life now, then reach out. You know, reach out, send me a direct message, you know, get in contact. Take that first little small courageous step towards the path that you know you want to be walking down. And I would love to hear your story. I would absolutely love it. You know, nothing lights me up more than being able to hold that space for another brother and hear where they've been, what they've been going through, the weight they've been carrying, and that they're ready to put that down. They're ready to create a new path. They're ready to create a new trajectory, to create generational health instead of just generational wealth, which I think most of us are familiar with. They want to break patterns. They want to be the example, right? They want to shine brightly and stand tall, as this is what's possible when you take care of yourself. You honor this body. You honor what it needs. You get rid of the crap that it doesn't need. And you break free from the society that has normalized disease, dysfunction, obesity, just breaking down, premature aging. All of that is toxic. It is bullshit. It is not what we came here to experience, what we signed up for. It is not what our bodies are designed for. It is not what allows us to reach our potential and feel fulfilled and energized and joyful and creative. All that stuff is the opposite, right? So we need to say no to that junk, take a step in the right direction, get real with ourselves. If we've been struggling with this, if we've been thinking that we can do it on our own, but we can't, and just reach out for help. So that's all I got for you today. If this resonated, if you're at that place, feel free to send me a message. I would love to hear from you. And if you got anything out of this in general, feel free to comment that down below. Share this, of course, follow along for more men's health tips and information. And I'm so glad that you jumped on and spent this time with me. I really appreciate it. I really honor you for where you're at, and acknowledge you for where you're at, and for wanting to do better, even though it's not easy, and it's never really easy, but it is worth it. And so even if you feel like you're all alone, standing alone, trying to walk this path, maybe this video can be there to support you and inspire you to keep doing it, right? Keep being the person who stands out. Keep being the person who brings their home-cooked, colorful, healthy, delicious meals, right? Keep being the person who doesn't eat the donuts and drink the booze at the parties, you know, whatever it is for you that you know you need to cut out, right? Because all of those things can be fine in moderation, but moderation is the key. And setting yourself up for success is the key, and doing the right thing, or the health supporting thing, 80-90% of the time, so you have that wiggle room, makes all the difference, right? I'm not one for repression or restriction unnecessarily. Food should be delicious, should be enjoyed. Socializing should be a wonderful time to gather and to break bread, even hypothetically, if you're not doing bread, or break your gluten-free bread, or whatever it is, or break, burrito bowls and salads and steaks and burgers, or whatever else it is. Enjoy that stuff. Anywho, I'm just rambling now. If this spoke to you, reach out to me. I would be happy to hear from you. Have yourself a glorious day, and I'll catch you real soon.